Hai and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nazatul Afiqah binti Kainusi, number matric A23A2443. I will start the presentation. The first title is Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010. First of all, the introduction is Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 was enacted to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for Islamic financial services and securities in Labuan, Malaysia, effective from February 11, 2010. This legislation aims to facilitate the growth of Islamic finance in the region by providing clear license and operational guidelines for various Islamic financial entities, including bank, takaful, Islamic insurance, providers, trust and foundation. Definition and purpose of this Act are the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 is a comprehensive legislative framework that governs Islamic financial services and securities in Labuan, Malaysia. Enacted on February 11, 2010, the Act established the license and regulatory requirements necessary for the operation of Islamic financial institutions and activities within the jurisdiction. Key features of the Act are firstly, regulatory framework. The Act provides a structured regulatory environment for Islamic banking, takaful, Islamic insurance, and other financial services ensuring compliance with Sharia principles. Secondly, establishment of institutions. It facilitates the formation of various entities including Islamic bank, takaful business, Islamic trust, foundation, limited partnership, and limited liability partnership. Thirdly, Sharia compliance. A significant aspect of the Act is the establishment of a Sharia Supervisory Council, which is responsible for overseeing compliance with Islamic law in financial activities. Fourthly, security regulation. The Act includes provision for the insurance of sukuk, Islamic bonds, and other securities, detailing the requirements for offers, prospectus, registration, and the rules for trustees. Last but not least, amendments and update. The Act has undergone amendments such as those introduced by the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Amendments Act 2022, which refine definition and regulatory requirements to enhance the operational framework for Islamic finance in Labuan. Overall, the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 plays a crucial role in promoting Labuan as a hub for Islamic finance by providing a clear legal framework that aligns with both international standards and Islamic principles. The implementation of the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 in Islamic banking involves several key components that facilitate the establishment and operation of Islamic financial institutions in Labuan, Malaysia. The key aspect of implementation are firstly, license and regulation. The Act provides a comprehensive license framework for Islamic bank and takaful Islamic insurance business, allowing them to operate within Labuan financial ecosystem. It sets out the requirements for obtaining license and regulatory obligation that this institution must adhere to. Secondly, Sharia compliance. The critical features of the Act is the establishment of a Sharia Supervisory Council. This council oversees the compliance of financial products and services with Islamic law, ensuring that all operations align with Sharia principles. The council has the authority to issue rulings and advise regarding Sharia matters, which is essential for maintaining the integrity of Islamic finance. Thirdly, framework for Islamic financial product. The Act outlines the legal framework for various Islamic financial products, including sukuk, Islamic bonds, and takaful. It specifies the procedure for issuing this product, including requirements for prospectus, registration, and the rules of trustees in managing this instrument. Fourthly, amendments and update. The Act has been amended to enhance its effectiveness, such as the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Amendment Act 2022, which clarifies definition and expands the scope of permissible activity for Islamic financial institutions. These amendments aim to streamline operation and address evolving market needs. Lastly, internal and external compliance review. institutions are required to establish internal Sharia advisory board and undergo both internal and external Sharia compliance review. This ensures ongoing adherence to Sharia principles and enhance the credibility of Islamic financial operation in Labuan. The implementation of the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Security Act 2010 plays a vital role promoting Labuan as a hub for Islamic banking and finance by providing a robust regulatory framework, ensuring Sharia compliance, and facilitating the development of Islamic financial products. The Act supports the growth and sustainability of Islamic financial institutions in the region.
Conclusion: the Labuan Islamic Financial Services and Securities Act 2010 is a comprehensive legal framework that governs the licensing, regulation and supervision of Islamic financial services and securities in Labuan, Malaysia. The Act outlined the establishment and functions of Sharia Supervisory Council, provides guidelines for offering securities, regulates Islamic mutual funds, and addresses the licensing and duties of intermediaries, among other areas. It ensures that all financial activities under the jurisdiction comply with the Sharia principle, and it is set out the requirement for the conduct of Islamic banking, takaful, and other related financial services in Labuan. The Act emphasizes the importance of maintaining financial security, transparency, and adherence to Islamic law in all regulated activities. Introduction. The Labuan Business Activity Tax is a tax regime designed for entities operating within Malaysia's Labuan International Business and Financial Centre. This tax framework provides favorable tax rates for qualifying business activity conducted in, from or through Labuan. Labuan entities are taxed under the Labuan Business Activity Tax for Labuan business activities. Objective and overview: attract international businesses. The tax incentives are designed to draw global businesses to establish operation in Labuan. Compliance with international standards. The revised tax regime aligns Labuan with the base erosion and profit shifting minimum standard, promoting transparency and reducing harmful tax practices. Facilitate economic growth. The Labuan Business Activity Tax provide a favorable tax environment to stimulate economic activity and growth within the Labuan International Business and Financial Centre.
The next part is function. Malaysian law known as the Labuan Business Activity Tax Act 1990 controls how much tax is due to Labuan entities that conduct business from or within the Labuan International Business and Financial Centre. First point is taxation regime. In contrast to the regular Malaysian tax system, the Labuan Business Activity Tax Act offers Labuan entities a unique tax framework with a favorable tax rate. This allows businesses to select the more advantageous option with a fixed annual tax of Malaysian ringgit 20,000 for Labuan trading activities or a tax rate of 3% on a net profits. The second point is scope of activities. Both trading and non-trading Labuan entities are covered by the Act. Banking, insurance, management, shipping, licensing, and trading in commodities or currencies are examples of trading activities. Generally speaking, non-trading activities entail holding investments, which are Labuan Business Activity Tax Act exempt from tax. The third point is compliance and reporting requirements. The Act specifies particular reporting and compliance requirements for Labuan entities, including the need to submit yearly tax returns to the Labuan Revenue Office. Provision for keeping accurate records and documenting business transactions are also included. Fourth point is tax incentives and benefits. The Labuan Business Activities Tax Act offers tax incentives such as lower tax rates, no capital gains tax, and exemption from withholding tax on dividends, royalties, and interest. pay by Labuan entities in an effort to promote Labuan as a global hub for business and finance. Fifth point is tax residency certificate. Labuan entities may be able to access tax treaties that Malaysia has signed with other nations, potentially lowering withholding taxes on cross-border transaction by obtaining a tax residency certificate under the Labuan Business Activity Tax Act. The next part is impact on Islamic banking and finance. The Labuan Business Activity Tax Act 1990 has a significant impact on Islamic banking and finance in Malaysia, particularly within the Labuan International Business and Financial Centre. The first point is favorable tax regime, reduced tax rates. The Labuan Business Activity Tax Act advantageous tax regime which offers an option between a flat tax of Malaysian ringgit 20,000 for trading activities or a 3% tax on net audited profits benefits Islamic banks and financial institutions in Labuan. Because of its favorable tax rate, Labuan is a desirable location for Islamic financial activities. The second point is promotion of Islamic finance products. Flexibility in product structure within a competitive tax environment. Labuan Business Activities Tax Act facilitates the structuring of a range of Islamic finance products, including Islamic funds, takaful, Islamic insurance, and sukuk Islamic bonds. This adaptability aids in the creation promotion of cutting-edge Sharia-compliant Islamic finance solution. The third point is access to international markets. Gateway to international markets by setting up shop in Labuan Islamic financial institution can take advantage of the IBFC's standing as a gateway to global markets, expanding their customer base and improving cross-border trade. Fourth point is compliance with international standards. Alignment with international practices by conforming to both Islamic financial regulations and international tax standards. Labuan Business Activities Tax Act's provisions instill confidence in investors worldwide and enhance Labuan's reputation as a jurisdiction of Islamic banking and finance. Fifth point is regulatory support. Facilitative legal framework with the support of Labuan Business Activities Tax Act, tax breaks and compliance standards designed specifically for Islamic financial institutions. The Labuan Financial Services Authority offers a regulatory framework that is favorable to the expansion of Islamic banking and finance. Last part is conclusion. The Labuan International Business and Financial Centres (IBFC) has been built on the foundation of the Labuan Business Activity Tax Act 1990. This is especially true in terms of Labuan's positioning as the competitive global hub for business and finance, including Islamic banking and finance. Businesses operating in Labuan can benefit greatly from Labuan Business Activity Tax Act, favorable tax regime, flexible compliance requirements, and alignment with international standards. This encourages the establishment of both conventional and Sharia-compliant financial institutions.